All right, coming up in today's video, TREB just released February's market stats. We're gonna go over the numbers. Coming up next, stay tuned. All right, Michael Jacobzak here. Welcome to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell for more market updates on the Toronto real estate market. Now today, we're just going over the numbers as TREB's released the latest statistics. Now, sales, not good. We hit 5,025. This is down 2.4% from last year. New listings also down 9,828, and this is down 6.2% from last year. Active listings are at 13,284. Again, this number is down just 0.6%. A good number though, the average price for Toronto's market is $780,397. So that's a positive number, up 1.6% from last year. Days on market, exactly the same as last year, 25 days. Months of inventory dropped from last month, and we're sitting at 2.6%, or sorry, 2.6 months. And this is up from last year at 2.5. Now, obviously, these numbers are not ideal. You know, trending lower from January in terms of sales. You know, this is creating a lot of pressure because anyone who thought last year was a tight market to buy in, we're seeing, you know, tighter conditions. And for that reason, you know, there's a lot of pressure with the OSFI mandated stress tests, as many banks are pressuring, as well as like TREB just, Toronto Real Estate Board just wrote a letter to them asking them to reconsider the stress test because new data has come out stating, you know, many buyers are being pushed out of the market, and for that reason, because of the stress test, it's actually making people pay or being qualified for a payment of $700 more than they're actually going to pay, and for that reason, you know, are kicking them out of the market, which is causing a lot of issues in terms of sales and people coming into the market. So a letter was written from TREB. That was the latest news from them, but they are getting a lot of pressure. You know, the OSFI is getting a lot of pressure from banks, lobbyists, anyone to do with you know, real estate is pushing them. Now, what my thoughts about this is, like, anytime there's regulations and you know, these mandated, I prefer the government to stay out of everything. Let the market go up, come down. You know, the only thing you really need to watch and we'll say is interest rates. Play around with interest rates. Other than that, you're creating, you know, what's happened in our market is anything under, you know, where semi-detached townhomes and condos, everyone's being pushed into that market. Now these numbers are jumping up, and it's not allowing a lot of people just to kind of go the natural course. If they can't afford to get into the detached market, that they do that. Like I said, it's creating these numbers to be inflated on the lower end because of affordability, and for that reason, these numbers are being jumped up higher than they should, anticipating, you know, hopefully the detached market comes down and all of a sudden people start being able to afford those. But if they don't come down, well, what happens is everything that's on the lower scale is going to keep going up until it makes sense that people can afford the detached. So I don't like when the government jumps in. We are in an election year, so it's going to be very interesting to see broken or empty promises made for the housing market. And, well, hopefully they make some changes. We do see in Toronto, you're seeing property taxes for the first time, like, going up. That was announced. We can maybe talk about that in another video. All right, to further break down the sales for the 416 and 905, total sales in detached market were 470. In the 905, it was 1701. Semi-detached had 174 in the 416, and in the 905 had 282. Townhomes were 159 in the 416, and 905 area code were 634. And condos, no surprise here, were 1,064 in the Toronto market and 472 in the 905. Now, just breaking down the 416 and 905 with year-over-year percentage increase with price. The 416, consistently really strong market overall. Like detached on a year-over-year basis is up 0.8%. Semi-detached is up the greatest amount with 10.5%. Huge jump there. Townhouse is down though 1.7%. And condo market again doing pretty consistent throughout the months here, 7.4%. Now looking at the 905, detached down 1.9%, semi-detached up 4.1%, townhouses 0.5% up, and condos up 3.1% on a year-over-year basis. Now, like Toronto's market consistently very strong. Like I said, as we go further out into the GTA, that's when you're seeing more inventory pile up. And like I said, on the detached market, you're seeing those numbers decrease. But other than that, everything pretty strong just because a lot of people have been kicked out of the detached market and, trying to scoop up anything they can get their hands on the lower prices range. Now, like I said, in Mississauga, we did our last video. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Condo market over there, crazy, even more crazier than Toronto's market. A lot of people's trying to scoop up that real estate, so that's been very competitive. And this is pretty consistent as we go further out, but even looking at, condos and anything on the lower scale market, very, very competitive. So anyone, dabbling in those markets, you want to be prepared going into them so that no surprise, and then you can kind of jump on stuff right away. Now overall, sales in the market not doing too well. A lot of stress is being put on sales and trying to stimulate the economy because when the new data that's out there, they say on average per transaction that happens in Toronto, you're looking at it's $68,000 impact on surrounding different sectors with sales and just the overall economy. So a lot of money, and we're talking in the billions here, lost in the last couple of years due to sales decreasing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. This is an election year. Like I said, a lot of emphasis is going to be on housing, I feel. So it's going to be interesting to see what the promises that are going to be made, whether or not they're going to be kept is the next part. But again, a lot of stress will be on housing. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen in the next couple of months. Hopefully the market heats up. We are getting into the warmer months. So let's see what happens in the upcoming months. Like, comment, share, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Take care.